autism as a baby, then became an Ivy League grad. He says it's thanks to the program he and his family have developed. Will it work for your family? He's here in studio now.
Thanks, Steve. Well, new CDC findings now revealing that autism is on the rise, affecting 1 in 68 American children and 1 in 42 boys. The rate of incidence has soared 30% in 2 years. Raun Kaufman, author of Autism Breakthrough, was diagnosed with severe autism, but thanks to a program developed by his own parents, he is now an Ivy League grad, recovered from autism. And Raun joins us now. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Fantastic book, I have to say.
Thank you.
Your story is inspiring. At 2 years old, you were diagnosed with autism at a time where ordinarily you would perhaps have been, what, institutionalized?
Absolutely. My parents were told I was going to have to be institutionalized.
But they decided what? Because you ended up going on to an Ivy League education, graduating from Brown, and then founding this incredible organization. What did they do that was so different?
Well, what happened was I was a really severe case. So I had no language, no communication, tested IQ of less than 30, and I would spend my days just flapping my hands in front of my face. And my parents were told this is a lifelong condition, and they really turned their backs on all those predictions, and they developed their own home-based, very much child-centered program, where rather than trying to force me to conform to a world I didn't yet understand, they started by joining me in my world first. And that's when the progress started.
And that's key, because prior to that, it was, let's look at this behavior. For you, it was spinning plates, I know, right? You'd sit there and you'd spin plates for hours and hours.
Yeah.
They would say, let's remove that and take it out. Let's focus on getting that out of there. But they did what? They actually said, in joining you in that activity, what happened? And this is what the Sunrise method is truly about.
Yeah, the Sunrise program is all about joining children in their own world, forming a connection, and then helping them make their way out. So my parents were told, take the plate away, stop him from his repetitive behaviors. But instead what they did was they joined me. So when I was spinning a plate, my mom would get down next to me and she would spin plates with me. And she was told this was going to make it worse. But what it actually did was it created, I started looking at her and engaging with her and joining her in her play. And now we've been doing this for 35 years at the Autism Treatment Center of America with thousands of children, and we see the same results. And the reason I wrote Autism Breakthrough was to give parents this option, to give them another option, because parents tend to be forced by their local and state governments into this one-size-fits-all behavior modification, almost a little bit like dog training. And parents, they want more options, but they're not given them. So I wrote Autism Breakthrough to give them that.
What can parents do in which they look for? I know you define success as those social breakthroughs, having more interaction, not counting more, not saying the alphabet more, just hearing, I love you, Mom.
I am so glad you understand that, because nobody does. Autism is viewed as this behavioral disorder, but actually it's a social relational disorder. So rather than trying to stamp out some behaviors and promote others in these children, we really see, number one, how beautiful these kids and their unique worlds are, and the parents really want that. It's a natural parental instinct. It's a very family-based program. And so what we see is that when we focus on that connecting and creating a relationship socially with these kids, everything else takes care of itself. And truthfully, a parent doesn't stay up at night hoping their child catches up in math. They want their child to say, I love you, or have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, or do something that they love, or have a best friend. And that is what the Sunrise program in Autism Breakthrough, that's exactly what it does.
You speak from the heart of parents with children with autism. Autism Breakthrough, website quickly, so in case parents out there want to go to it today.
It's a nonprofit organization. We give out a lot of scholarships and financial aid. So if they go to www.autismtreatment.org, they can get a lot of help there.
Okay. Raun Kaufman, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Pleasure.